right, it's good to be back. I think I missed 2 weeks.
It is, yeah. It's good to have at least more than one person doing these. I think I've successfully walked the entire parish grounds, the entirety of the parish grounds the last 2 Fridays.
It was kind of, it was very energetic, though.
Yeah, I just channeled my inner TikTok star and...
Did you know that speed walking is an Olympic sport?
It is.
Yes,
it
I
is.
thought you were getting ready for that.
Yeah.
Next year. Next 4 years.
Yeah, 3 years from now.
3 years.
2024 in Paris.
Right. We'll see you there.
You will see me on the speed walking circuit. No,
all right. Well, we had a couple big birthdays coming up here. One was yesterday. Bishop Herman turned 87 years young. So pray for him and wish him happy birthday in whatever way you can. And then Father Sullivan, our own Father Sullivan on Sunday. Yeah, his 81st birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, what should they do for Father Sullivan?
I don't know. Last year we had a big cake because it was his 80th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe after Mass, everybody outside can sing him happy birthday.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
It'd be a great time.
All
right, let's get into a couple big items for the next week. So we got school starting up on Tuesday. Really, really excited to have everybody back. Our faculty are excited. I know our families and the parents are very excited as well. And our students, hopefully they're excited to get back to school and to be with friends. So we wanted to go over a couple things, at least as far as the school is concerned. And I'll let you go ahead and start on that.
Yeah, so our primary goal, as it was last year, is to make sure that we can maintain in-person learning. And with the new St. Louis County guidelines for schools, one of the requirements to make that most possible is for masking while the kids are indoors. So you'll see our kids when they're inside the classroom, inside the building, they will wear masks. When they are outside on the playground, waiting for to be dropped off, all those good things, and even outdoor classes, they can take off their mask. It's up to the family, really, to decide what they do in those situations. One thing just to keep in mind, when the kids come to school Mass on Tuesday and Thursday, in order to help them still have what's called that modified quarantine, which is basically means that if one person gets sick with COVID, that person goes home and quarantines rather than the whole classroom, which is what we had to do last year. The price that's paid for being able to do modified quarantine is that everyone wears masks around the kids, even the teacher. So with that in mind, on Tuesday, Thursday, school Mass at 8:30, we will be asking people to wear a mask in the church if you're there with the kids, regardless of whether you're vaccinated or not. And this is simply just to protect that privilege, what I would call it, of modified quarantine. So if anyone gets sick, we don't have to send a whole group home because they were around someone else.
That was probably the single most disruptive part of the school year last year, honestly. I mean, we had students get COVID, teachers get exposed or get COVID, and when that happened, the entire class had to go virtual for roughly 2 weeks. And it was very, very disruptive to the school year. So this year, at least, if the entire school is wearing masks, then it's just the students that have COVID that have to go home. The entire classroom doesn't have to, and we think that is going to dramatically, I think, be less disruptive than last year. That was kind of the biggest thing that we had to deal with last year, especially getting substitute teachers. That was an ordeal at times. So we're hoping that, again, it is a price to pay, unfortunately, but we're hoping that this will be a much less disruptive school year because we're able to do this, and especially with families that are, parents that are potentially going back into the office too. Less time having to stay home for that. So, that's kind of where we're at. It's kind of our approach for this year. We'll constantly be evaluating all of that as numbers change and things like that. So, we're obviously hoping that this isn't the entire year that we have to do this, but for the time being, at least, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, and I've just reassured families that are understandably disappointed. Even we are as well.
Yeah.
We go in and teach. We don't like wearing masks. But just the knowledge that as soon as it is prudent and safe and doesn't disrupt the entire school, we want to get away from having to wear masks. So we're on the same page, I think, on that with our families, most of our families, and just look forward to cooperation and know it'll be a good year and a blessed year. So also to help us with that, because we get a lot of questions, what about this, what about that? We're asking Chuck Neff, one of our parishioners, very talented in media and communications. He's serving as kind of the COVID coordinator and helping receive communications and also then to write back to people to help Mrs. LaMarche and I sort of have a streamlined system. So if you have COVID questions, his email, cnef, C-N-E-F, at incarnate-word.org.
2 F's or 1 F?
2 F.
C-N-E-F-F.
Thank you.
At incarnate-word.org.
Yeah, that's how we don't get any questions, because the emails are back. But yeah, Chuck will be a great help to us, and we really are thankful for his talents.
Yeah, absolutely. This week we'll have our annual mission drive. Obviously, we weren't able to have a missionary come and speak at Masses last week due to COVID. Deacon Morris did a good job of at least talking about the various mission work that we'll be supporting. So we'll have an extra basket available for that collection at Masses this weekend. And again, that's for Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in South Sudan and Uganda. They do a lot of education work with a lot of children in that area. So if you would like to donate, there will be a second collection, or you can drop off your check at the parish office. Checks can be payable to Incarnate Word, and if you just write mission on the subject line, we'll make sure it gets directed there.
Great. And the much beloved, long-awaited photo directory
is here.
It has begun. Yeah, people are shooting. Well, I shouldn't say people are shooting. People are getting their pictures taken.
Portraits taken.
Portraits taken. Yeah.
Yes.
That could cause alarm.
Could very easily. We don't have a shooting range upstairs.
It's
a photo
taken.
Photo studio.
Yeah. And there's still, of course, time to sign up after Mass this weekend or on the website anytime during the week. 435 households have signed up as of this morning, and we just really hope you can be a part of it. If you look at those dates and say there is absolutely no way we can make any of those, please contact the office and we can help you make sure a picture of you and your family get in the directory.
Exactly. Yeah. We've also got a couple different charitable works going on this week. We have a new sock drive. There will be a box in the vestibule for that. So if you have any new socks, still packaged up, or I guess you want to take them out of the packaging and put them in there however you'd like. Those boxes will be in the vestibule, and we also have our Feeding Our Neighbors in Need. You can put the donations in the carts in the vestibule as well.
Do you know how many pair of socks we're trying to get?
I do not.
Okay. I think last year we had a couple thousand, and I would say that's quite a feat, but I guess that would be a bad pun. Anyway,
no.
Yeah,
no.
That was a good one.
No.
That was a good one.
Hard no.
That came from the Holy Spirit.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it did.
All right. Well, in any case, the women's Axe Retreat is going on. I had Mass for them this morning early. And we're going to continue ministering to them and look forward to welcoming them back later this weekend.
Yeah. Baptisms. You had 2 baptisms.
Yes, Hannah Marie Kerwood, daughter of Aaron and Rachel, and Edward Davis Shildroth, son of Nathan and Kelly. And I think at least several of young Edward's siblings are in our school.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, this weekend, it's the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
It is, yes.
It is. Normally, again, it would be a Sunday, but the Assumption takes over if it's ever on a Sunday. So that's why there isn't the extra holy day of obligation this year. So do I want to assume what you're talking about?
You can assume, and it is all about Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, kind of talk about how her Assumption is a foretaste or like a little down payment of what we all can expect in heaven.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be talking about that. I'm going to kind of draw the connection between the Assumption and Mary's Immaculate Conception, how the Assumption is a direct result of her being conceived without original sin. I'm just going to talk about how we can follow after her in faith and follow after her in her final destination in heaven.
Great.
So.
Yeah, I'd say more or less the same thing here.
Yeah.
Deacon Donald's on vacation, so we won't hear from him or see him.
Yeah. Yeah. So
kind of nice.
It is kind of nice. A little bit quieter. Yeah, a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
Although I did watch the Field of Dreams baseball game.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that was amazing. If anybody watched it, it's incredible. They literally walked out of the corn and started the game.
All right.
It was like all the feels.
Huh. Really?
It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to say it, but never got into that movie.
Oh!
Yeah. But I'm all ears to hear about your story of the...
Well, it's been a great weekend update.
All right.
We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thankfully, it's a little bit cooler this weekend than last weekend. But hope to see you all this weekend. We'll celebrate the Assumption of Blessed Virgin Mary. Take care.
All right.
God bless.